It's called Fenhaven. It's not too far from here. Give him the brief little map directions. I'm sure Kara has a little map copy for each of us, so...
Yeah.
But he can also get his own copy if you ask, but Kara's avoiding looking at Blackscale.
Yeah. Either way, I thought you deserved the chance to not pursue this too.
Thank you for that.
And then I'll let him get back to cleaning up his tent, and I'm gonna go back with my party and help them do the last things. Sit in awkward silence with Kara until somebody's brave enough to bring up what happened, but it certainly ain't Cliff right now, I'll tell you what.
And it's not Kara. Kara's a ball full of anxiety and is, what was just said, running away from her problems.
You already got the straightforward thing, Ivana, okay?
True.
That's all the brain cells she had for today. She's tired.
She used the brain cells like spell slots. Wow.
After a while, Thavana and McCree come back with basically whatever's left of the tent and anything wrapped all nice, as nicely as possible.
Perfect.
And Kara has been spending most of the day just like deconstructing everything and packing it away. Like, we're getting ready to like leave town is where her brain's at, and no one's told, and nobody has told her to not, so she's just kept going.
When is Blackstone, is he still there with the group when Thavana gets back, or did he come back?
Blackscale
Scale.
It's okay.
Every time.
Blackscale is, it seems like he's just half-heartedly looking through the sand for a little bit, but did say that he would be over in a minute. So when you guys left to go reach your party. So you've got a little bit of time before he is going to show up again.
So where are we going?
I think it depends on what information we get from the tip of the blade. If we head east to escort Blackscale personally, if he's going, or if they want us to head west. But I'll say this, if we do head west, I say we head toward those mountains first. And I look at Kara.
If we go west. Carl look over at where is the sun currently at? God, what time is it?
It's like midday.
Midday, cool.
Yeah.
Because we slept in.
We slept in. If Blackscale decides to go west.
To go east to Jubliainn.
East. Sorry. To go east. Players' dyslexia, Kara would have that correct.
Yeah, naturally.
Naturally. If he decides to go east, I feel that we should take him back. I feel partially responsible for how things turned out, and I'd like to see him get there safely. At the very least. And then we can talk things over with the Empress if a message is not enough. And go from there. Resupply, get better equipment for the sand. And then head west. Or we can head west and possibly go to the mountains.
I don't think we should send him anywhere alone.
Definitely not. He definitely needs an escort. I'm asking the tip of the blade if we should be that escort, or if they will send another escort, Or if maybe they'll want Darius Hahn to be the escort. I don't know.
Maybe and she may want to speak with us personally. And to be honest, there is a payment waiting for us. And that could go a long way to helping us in travel.
That's true.
Sorry, I should have asked this earlier, and my brain just caught up with it. It's been a long day. When Thavana was walking through and you were describing different people and talking and everything, did she see the guy who didn't want her cutting in line and all that, and who was trying to camp out also?
Yes, he was out there, but that little like,
I think it was a
younger halfling guy who wanted to hear from the soothsayer. He was out there, but he wasn't obviously camped out in front of.
But he was out there when Darius Hahn and everybody were yelling and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
he was.
So he's still there.
Yes, he was probably one of the complainers, to be honest.
Sounds about right.
Because he was there like right before the attack happened. Okay. I mean, technically, so is Darius Hahn. Just saying. Sorry, in character. That little halfling guy and Darius were like right there, right before it happened. Like, I don't know, a couple, maybe a minute or two. Like, how quickly? Because that seemed like my recollection is that was almost like I kept wondering why aren't they involved, because
it was more like a half an hour or so before this, and he wasn't Darius wasn't talking to that halfling. He was talking to the procurers, the other merchants that were yelling and tying down their
No, I mean, I thought he was talking to him
tying down. No, he was talking to the merchant people that were tying down their stuff, the half elven person with the braids and whatnot,
right.
and
Mm-hmm.
And her significant other, you would assume. They were talking about, well, we gotta there's a sandstorm coming in, we gotta batten down, and then heard their voices again talking to Darius Hahn, who was telling them get back inside.
But I thought he told the halfling also, because the halfling was just in like a lean-to kind of version of a.
The halfling once in the lean-to, stayed there.
Oh.
Stayed.
Okay.
I
misunderstood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good looking out. So, you guys are able to speak a little bit about what to do. Did you want to do anything before Blackscale comes back to?
Do you want to send that message and see if we
I'm
need to report it
I'm
ourselves?
writing a new message based off of new decisions that we made.
Okay. About right?
Good. Smart of writing it down instead of improvising it.
GS doesn't improvise 25 word sendings.
That's
a
know that vibe.
Thing.
Shay, every single time. The amount of sendings I had for Shay at different moments so that she could do it, and then something happened and I went and drew a line.
Yeah. Nope, that will not happen. Yeah.
There's about 4 times she planned them out for other people that she knew they were talking about doing it, and then the person just completely went off of
nope,
here you go. And she was like, okay, they just
sendings
didn't
are
ask
always
75 things that they should have asked. Okay, good talk.
Yep.
You know,
what you get for being the thinker.
Sendings are always a hoot though, because
absolutely
you get to like I love seeing people like try and wing it and improv it. I love seeing people like take notes on it and be like, okay, this is exactly 25 words. It honestly tells a lot about a character.
We're gonna do something different. Wow.
Okay. It honestly tells a lot about a character by how they send, if they use all of the words, if they don't. I think it's really interesting.
I think Shay used all the words only a few times.
Yeah.
She was almost
I think
always
Thavana
below.
would probably be like, I'm using using 7 of the 25 words, because that's all we need.
Or she'd be very jester, and she'd go into 45. You guys would be like, that didn't go through.
Yeah.
That was not exactly, yeah.
But I think if Theophana was told you have 25, she might, out of principle, a few times just for funny, I have to make it to the end, even though I only need 7.
They said I have to use 25 words.
Send.
Yeah, they said
I have
25 words, so I'm just going to keep talking until I hear the dial tone of click.
Right, yes,
25 words, I have them.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
We were buying time for you. We got you.
I appreciate you. I wrote 3 different messages, and I finally settled on one.
That sounds so GS.
That sounds so GS.
Par for the course, man. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do it.
GS and Shay in the same room would be terrifying.
It would. Yep.
They'd either rule the country or somebody would die.
Yep.
Both. All right.
Yes.
Spending a spell slot to cast Sending. And 2. I have his name right here. Ulrich.
Yeah, you got it.
Edraith attacked Dust Forest. Killed Blackscale's partner. His skills are different now, but still useful. Escorting him to Jubliainn before heading west to gain more information.
You hear it takes quite a bit of time. It isn't like an immediate reply.
Well, I'm sure he's gonna go talk to the Empress first.
Maybe. But question, do we pass any time zones traveling this far?
Traveling this far? No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. So it takes a little bit of time before you hear back from Ulrich, who says, "Excellent. Escort back. Your reward will be waiting."
Right.
So you are set.
We sent that message to them before we heard from Blackscale saying, "Yes, I will go."
It's about this time.
Yeah, Theophana looks up. Theophana literally looks up. I'm pretty sure he's coming.
Got
a hunch.
this time.
That's why I was waiting.
I can see the future
From him first. Okay.
I can see the future.
Gotcha. So they've always the soothsayer. Understood.
She's like, my rock told me.
I got it.
Jesus.
About this time, the flap opens and he goes, "All right, shit, I'll go with you. I'm sorry. I'm still a little mad. If you guys can vouch for me, then yes."
How many days does it take to get back to Jubliainn?
How many days did it take for us to get here, DM? Because that's deep in my notes. And
wasn't it like only like
10?
It was like
less than 10. Yeah, it was like
something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's a gentle repose on that flump, and there are people with abilities in Jubliainn. That's all I gotta say. Let's head east.
You pick up stuff. You're able to get ready and head out of here. You do. There is like a sort of like a nod towards you, Kara, that you catch as you guys are packing up from that monk friend that just kind of gives you like a nod and a wave as you guys begin to pack up and head out. I would like, for expediency, of course, for everybody to roll me a survival check. We're going to do a group survival.
Hell yeah.
To see how this trek as a whole goes.
And this is the same day, right?
Same day, yes.
Oh, so good.
All right.
I rolled probably the 75th 14 I've rolled, but I also rolled a 4 for an 8.
I rolled a...
Great.
I rolled a 23.
Nice.
Let's go, Cliff.
Kara?
I got a 17, and McCree got a 7.
Okay.
Hey, buddy!
So
Black
I'm
scale-
not the only one bringing down the average here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Black Scale got an 11.
Okay, so we're perfectly average. I got a 2 for a total of 5.
Cool.
I'm not focused on survival. I'm focused on playing music that keeps everyone in a fair mood on the way home.
Morale.
Because grieving is hard.
For sure. It does take a little bit longer. Some of you aren't fully up to your tip-top shape starting out this situation, and we've got people as well as trauma and whatnot. So it takes quite a bit more time, probably a day or two more to get back to Jubliainn. But you take extra precautions in order to not be around and out when big things are hunting, and you avoid the area where you knew the scorpions were, and you watch the dunes a little bit more here to make sure that there is no sand traps or eddies. After a long trek back, you make it with Blackscale to Jubliainn.
Woohoo! Woo!
Upon reaching Jubliainn, you guys are able to flash a seal of the Empress, getting you into quite a few places to be able to sleep and eat and do what you need to within the city, this massive metropolis that sits almost like a tiered cake in a way.
Yeah.
Until you are summoned maybe 1 or 2 days more into see Ulrich. Not the Empress, but you are summoned by Ulrich to come and meet. And you meet out in the garden.
Nice.
A beautiful area, courtyard area that looks familiar to a lot of you here, as this is where a gala once was. Blackscale seems very nervous and sort of is just right on your heels, trying to maintain some kind of composure. As Ulrich meets you guys in the garden. Please give me 2 seconds.
All good. This looking up of stuffs and notes is brought to you by Geek Grind Coffee.
Hey,
Make sure your lore is caffeine fueled.
there you go. Ulrich, a massive, like, Aragorn kind of looking dude.
Hell yeah.
Shoulder length hair, half of it pulled back, leathers on him, meets you out in the garden and begins to walk with you guys and walks you through some hedge areas for a while and it seems like he's making small talk actually for a while.
How bad is he at that?
Kind of, real bad.
We have to find the secret part of the secret blades before we can talk shop.
Yeah. But very much I hope the roads were dry on your travels kind of dry small talk before he sort of ducks into an area of the garden that seems a little more shaded, secluded, possibly warded or protected. There are a few little like seating arrangements within this area, benches and things that are beautifully surrounded by well manicured hedges and flowers and things. And this gruff guy just kind of plops down in one of the chairs surrounded by all of this flora and just goes, all right. So you must be Blackscale. And our dwarvy looking friend has tried to slick back his hair a little bit to look more presentable, but there's still like massive like flyaways and things. His like beautiful bright eyes are kind of gleaming, and he goes, Braun Blackscale, that's right. I'm at your service if I can be. I mean, I heard you guys were, and he sort of looks over at Thevana and goes, looking for a guy with some skills, so I'm here. Ulrich thinks for a second, it seems to be evaluating, and goes, and looks to you, GS, and goes, you'd said his skills had changed, his powers had changed?
Yes, there are two things, if I understand correctly, looking over at Braun, that help him be successful. One is a device of his that would need repair, possibly from gnomes or whoever you have in the city that could be trusted to repair this device. Arcane in nature, I believe. And the second is, and I ask if Cliff has the little wrapped bundle. This contains Blackscale's friend. Now, I understand that Cliff, as a cleric of Torm, you performed a small ritual to preserve him. And I believe there are other clerics here in Jubliainn that may have a bit more ability at this time to go further than preserve, but possibly renew. And I don't think the expense would be too much for the crown, if possible. From what we understand as well from Mr. Blackscale, is that the soothsaying may be here or there, but the ability to read both character and mind is paramount. The soothsaying may be more than we expect, especially if we can renew his partner, Artie, here.
Let's see. Go ahead, GS. Give me that persuasion check.
I just want to start singing all of my persuasions so I can get an extra 6.
I don't know if that'll help or hinder your situation.
Just well done to the player Joe on that verbal gymnastics.
Yes,
I over here and Kara is having a hard time keeping up with the mental and verbal gymnastics because damn,
Thavana gave up.
I think Thavana did. Kara was about to lean over and then probably saw the blankness behind Thavana's eyes and went, "Never mind."
I'm here to act as good judge of character, not persuading people as to whether or not a guy's useful, though. I'll tell you he's a good guy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want some intimidation? I got you covered. I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, so it's not too bad. My mod doesn't suck for persuasion. Yeah. It's just not as good as performance. All in all, that is an 18.
18,
nice.
Okay. He goes, I see. All right, I think we can probably bring his friend over to the Temple of the Scorching Sun and see what they can do to help.
That is, if that is something that you would desire, Blackscale.
He nods fervently.
I'll look to Blackscale. Ask for Matilda. She's amazing.
I squeeze Cliff's hand and just give him a little whisper in the ear. That was the most wonderful thing that you did for him.
Let's call it a trial period. We'll have you stay here, see about getting your device repaired, your friend restored, and give you a week or so after that. See what you can glean. See if your skills come back to their fullest potential. And Blackscale goes, I mean, I'll try. I'll try my damnedest. And for what it may be worth, which is probably not a lot, I just want to. These people are vouching for me, so I think I should do the same in kind, and let you know that I would not be standing here if it weren't for these people. So they deserve any kind of compensation or reward or whatnot that you can provide to them. Truly, I would not be standing here. They've been kind to me every step of the way.
Well, we were a little skeptical of them at the beginning.
In your own ways. Ulrich sort of nods. So then let's talk about it. You have fulfilled what we would like. And that can go a long way with the Empress. So, what is it that you need?
I believe we would like to head west for some personal reasons. But if we gain any more information on the Pierced Ones on our travels, we will send word back and perhaps go from there. I look around at my party for confirmation or the otherwise.
Possibly. Before we make a full decision, though, do you have any further information of word of strikes that have occurred? Edraith strikes that you can confirm?
We haven't had any Edraith strikes near here since
the gala.
But no news on the border?
No news on the border. I've been in talks with Darius Hahn. Has taken into account what you guys have said, and has said that there's been a lot of complaints, things ripped up, stolen, some people up and left.
That would be their calling card, yes.
But I'm more curious if he had mentioned that there was some kind of storm that came.
Yeah, nasty sandstorm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I look to Kara as if she's going to maybe elaborate at all.
She kind of looks down, swallows a little bit, and goes, that was an orchestrated event.
So they can make that happen whenever they want to?
Some know how to do it. Yeah.
It seemed like the sandstorm was following an individual in the fight. Like it was all centered around one.
Mm-hmm.
I also had a giant purple worm. It might be dead now. I kind of stuck my shield in its throat.
If you guys have another shield, or we can, we can purchase one.
We'll do some shopping before we leave.
Of course. Wow. Well, if they can orchestrate a sandstorm coming in.
It's a common tactic that they've known to use for raids of getting supplies, either anyone that they can come across and find, or towns.
So I'm going to ask Darius, along with some others, in more along border towns, what their weather's been like. I think that's probably going to be more telling.
It'll usually be at night, and it's usually a small group coming in to be quick and fast. Get what they need and get out.
Be very easy to just come in a sandstorm, take what you need to,
and leave and
destroy what you wanted to or not.
Yep.
It'd be even easier if you knew people. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Darius. We'll see what if I can get any information on that. You said you were headed west.
I think that's the direction.
Where west, if I can ask?
Well, possibly near... I just had that note. Where'd it go? The name of that place. Camden? Possibly?
Camden. I mean, Camden's gonna be quite a bit of a trek. He thinks for a second, sort of gets a little bit of a grin on his face, and looks over at Blackscale and goes, Mr. Blackscale, you said I should reward these people for what they did. I think I have a good enough reward. One they'll like. One that'll help them.
images of a chest of platinum flash.
Well, I mean, I'm already anticipating the platinum we were promised, but I'm are we getting more?
Blackscale looks back. Blackscale looks back and goes, better do whatever you can for these people, and I'll do whatever I can for you. Sounds like you got a deal. And that is where we're going to take a break.
Okay.
I
want to know.
I love that Braun has turned into D&D Ted Lasso. It makes me so happy.
Yeah. Before we head to this break, just a little thing for you guys. You are given what was told you could have, which is 11 platinum, because you brought back your person.
Who is keeping track of this?
I got it.
Thank you.
It's being handled. 11 platinum. And whenever you are ready to leave, you are told, please head back to the palace.
Sweet.
And Ulrich will take care of it.
All right.
Okay.
So be ready to go off into wherever you need to be. After this break, of course, we will be right back with you, geeks. Stay tuned.
Later.
What is up, geeks? Welcome back. The Illuminated Outcasts have made it back into the
God damn it.
They're
happened
The
again.
comedic timing is too good.
On
Yep. Yep. I'm not even gonna stop recording. I'm just gonna do this and give you a 3, 2, 1.
What?
I don't know what it is. I'm gonna try it
It doesn't
again.
like the word capital.
In
Really hates it.
3,
Okay, I won't use it.
2.
Welcome back, geeks. The Illuminated Outcasts have made it into Jubliainn, the main city of Midlendell, along with their soothsayer friend. They have received some payment for bringing said person back, and they've got a little bit of time before heading west, which they need to talk to Ulrich about when they're ready. So, friends, as we are moving into some fun city exploring, at the top of this, I would like someone to roll me a D10.
I got it.
Please.
Okay.
Go, Ivana,
Okay.
go.
Got it.
Go.
A D10?
Uh-huh.
That's a D8. I need a D10.
Roll a 7. It feels lucky.
Maybe.
Oh, does it?
A 5. It's actually
5?
one of my lucky numbers.
Ancient red dragon burns us alive.
God damn.
That's fair.
Within this metropolis, you think so, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Hey, it's my long lost great uncle, Bob.
Nah, it's our dwelf friend.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Who wants to roll me a D100?
Sure.
Okay.
Go.
I love it.
25.
Okay.
That one feels lucky.
I don't know. My brain's so attuned to gotta get those divine intervention numbers, so I'm like, that's close, but I don't know how I feel about that.
It's like, are we doing divine intervention or are we teleporting? You
Yeah,
know?
which is it?
Roll
Which side of the spectrum do you want to be on?
Hmm. Ha. Okay. I like it.
Just know
All right,
whatever
friends.
happens, it's mine and Thavana's fault.
Yes.
Hey, last time, many times with the random rolls, they have worked out for Thavana. They never do for every other character.
No.
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 She got a pet rock. She made friends with a dragon.
That's about it.
Hey, that's all
friends.
that's all we need.
She found a cool cloak for Kara.
Yeah.
So, before you guys leave, the first evening, you guys are set up to stay wherever you would like.
Hell yeah.
We can either go to like the giant pub,
You could go to the giant pub.
or the giant mug.
Nope, pub. You were correct.
Pub, I was right.
Chub.
Yep.
Yeah, pub.
Pub, giant pub.
That was the
I don't-
magical coin key card one.
Yes,
Yes.
it was.
Yes.
We could go there. There's the Fiery Glass was a pub. I don't know if it was a tavern on top of that, but that's also where our friends
Thought it was
usually go
just
to
a
hang.
dwarven pub.
Yeah,
I think it
was
might
just a-
just
it
be
was
a
just a
dwarven
dwarven
pub.
pub.
But it goes
fun to visit,
it goes
but-
out into basically there are like two exits to that, one up and out and one further down into Dwarven Town, where you
Yeah.
probably could find a place to stay if you so chose.
Dude, we gotta go to the docks and get the bread bowls, though.
Oh,
Do you
Denver.
want to stay in Dwarven?
That's gonna happen at some time on this trip.
Now I want bread bowls.
Is that something we
Red
want to
balls.
do? We want to stay in Dwarven Town though? That sounds kind of hype.
It's up to
Yeah.
you.
Or do we want to go somewhere familiar?
I mean, there's the Drowning Lord Tavern with the half elf.
I mean, Blackscale would love to stay in Dwarven Town, being Dwarven. So
that's right, he's with us. So
Dwarven Town it is.
Dwarven Town.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Introduce him to his people here.
I love this description of Octurn. Male dwarf bartender. No shit's given.
That's no shit's given. That is the bartender over at the Fiery Glass. So let's just smash cut to there. Within the first night, you guys are able to head to Dwarven Town. You're having some drinks over at the Fiery Glass. There's quite a few people in here, and Octrude notices you guys come in, kind of gives you that nod, like, feel free to come on in, you guys are great. And you start having a few drinks and whatnot. And Blackscale, after a little bit of conversation and just feeling a little more relaxed with you guys, and a little more relaxed in general, because he's probably drank a few, goes, I hope I did right by you guys, but if I didn't, if what I said hindered what you got going on, or just didn't help at all, I want to repay you. And he brings out the box and opens it up and is like just reaching in, pulls something out, puts it back in, just very confident.
We're not being watched.
The bag.
At the moment.
There's a few people that are kind of like, what is happening? Okay, whatever. But
there's a nice iron in there.
Seems like he's okay with it. He pulls a few things out, and goes, no, and really reaches deep and goes, oh, that's it. I think I got it. And pulls out a folded piece of paper and slides it into the middle of the table. Not towards anybody in particular, but into the middle of the table. And
we all dive for it. Just kidding.
He goes, now, there's not a lot that you can put on this, of course. But I like to call this my grocery list.
McCree, open it.
Just like climbs onto the table, and like pulls it open. And
what's it say?
At the top, it says grocery list. McCree goes, nudges it towards somebody who can read. And it just says grocery list on the top. And he goes, now, granted, it's got to be something relatively small that you'd find at a grocer. But, and he like pulls out a quill, takes the paper from you, and writes, 1 apple. And on the page writes 1 apple. And he touches the page, pulls his hand away. He touches those words, 1 apple. Pulls his hand away, and an apple forms and appears.
Dude, Kara, dude, this is so cool.
Now, granted,
impressive.
It doesn't, like I said, it's a small piece of paper. You can't pull a lot out of it. And you certainly can't pull a lot out of it on the day. I mean, I just used it for today. But if you can get it at a grocer, and it's a relatively fine amount, and it fits on the paper.
Could I do it again right now?
No, it's a once per day kind of thing.
Oh.
But like tomorrow morning.
An apple.
What are the limits?
1 pound of chicken breasts.
Probably could do that.
Why would you just want the chicken breasts? They're kind of dry.
If you cook them right, they're not so dry. But
pheasant or duck or I don't care.
I know you guys are traveling and on the road a lot, and if you need matches, you need needle and thread, you need some kind of spice that maybe not spices. Those might be kind of hard to get.
Do you think that would work?
It might come out as like a real small cake.
All right.
You might get like a mini cake, like a fairy cake.
Like a cupcake?
All right.
Yeah.
Ow.
Maybe a blueberry cupcake?
I mean, that'd be tasty.
I don't know if it sounds delicious, but
I like
Lay's potato chips. Sounds good.
Poppy seeds gets stuck in my teeth.
Not sure what that is, but that sounds delicious.
Right?
And not sponsored here on
Can we get some cake grind coffee?
Cake grind coffee? Right.
Could you get some Greek grind tea? You know, just
maybe.
Yeah.
I'd like to get some labyrinth tea from Geek Grind Coffee. Thank you.
So should you need us orange tea, please?
Yeah, there you go. He looks at you guys and goes, I hope this is relatively good payment. It is one of the things that was in here that could be salvaged, and I mean, you guys are on the road more than I am.
This is incredibly kind of you, and you have no idea how cool this is and how much we're going to use it.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I lean over to McCree and just whisper in his ear, I don't think we're ever running out of jerky again.
Screw jerky, fresh meat.
I was whispering.
He just like starts pecking at the paper.
No, rip it. You'll rip it. I take some jerky out of my pack.
After that cute exchange and a lovely gift given,
Cliff's gonna ruin the mood.
I love it. Do it.
I'll just clarify to him. It's unnecessary, though. You didn't say or ruin anything. Promise.
All right. I mean...
And hey, if this works out for you, then all the better.
Shoot, if this works out for me... Whatever I learn, I will try to help these people in some way, but if you come back to me and I can help you out, if I know how, I will.
Sure.
Shoot, if you need anybody, if you need to know what someone is exactly thinking, and it's not a extremely scary situation, then count me in.
Tell you what.
Thank you.
You run into anybody cursed, you let me know.
All right. I am gonna go grab a stein. And he just like gets up from the table and starts walking over towards Oakdruid.
I am also empty, and I get up to go get
I
some sort of alcohol
Kara and shove Kara back down.
Boom!
I got this one because don't talk too much. I don't really care. Some GS will fill me in. She does, but she's not going to understand half of what's happening.
Strong, please.
I'm gonna go find the musician and listen and learn and riff and jam and play and all that. I want to learn the dwarven tunes.
You can definitely do that within the night.
I'd like to be clear that the attitude Thevana's giving in that moment is the same one she did when Cliff was going to break up the fight outside, and Thevana was like, "You want no? Okay, listen to him." And then it's that.
Do this.
Gonna go get the tankards, then come back and just kind of set one in front and a shot of some kind of think fire whiskey kind of idea, but move that towards the center. And there's a cup of milk for McCree. And also a cup of milk for Cliff.
Yes. Cliff will cheers with McCree. He'll, like, clink glasses with McCree.
Yay, lactose!
More sophisticated anyway.
McCree, you like clink glasses with McCree's glass that is still sitting on the table, and it goes ting, and McCree just kind of goes over and knocks his little beak against it to make the same noise.
Cute.
Ting.
Question: is there anybody? I know GS has wandered off. Is there anybody playing games or anything like that happening in the tavern, or no?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
If I remember last time, they might not be doing it today, but last time there was like knife throwing or axe throwing
I think so.
type stuff last time.
That's an 11.
An 11. It seems like there's just a bit of like body music playing tonight. There's not a lot going on. There's a lot of like boasting going on in places. But it's more, it's less physical activities and more verbal activities tonight.
Okay, if that's the case, then she'll just stay put.
Okay.
Sit back down. She's got the ting. Yep.
At some point throughout the night,
unless Cliff gives the signal that he's like, we need a moment. Then they've I'm gonna go over here.
At some point throughout the night, just by being here, in virtue of how this bar works, Cliff will, I'm sure, see somebody be decked, thrown across the room, hit the floor hard, any of those instances.
Yes.
As like that moment happens, it's as if like the moment dawns on him as he like kind of brushes himself off, makes his way over to the bar top, and gets the barkeep's attention. Hey. Need help tonight?
Didn't you clean glasses?
Sure did.
You did a shit job at that, but I can use your help. Come on.
I'll make my way back behind the bar and tuck in like a little apron or like a napkin or something that's got the logo of it on just to display it and get my ass to work.
I love it. It's just the fiery glass logo. It just looks like a shot glass that has like the emblem of like a flame in it. And that's it. Just tucked into your shirt, ready to go. He looks at you, watches you do this, and goes, and takes about 7, like with all of his like meaty hand, all of his fingers in all these glasses, and slides about 7 dirty glasses and steins down the table at you.
All right.
He goes, get to work.
As the night goes on too, the real reason Cliff is behind here working, it just gets a good view of everybody. So anybody that he sees that is legitimately hurt, hits the ground too hard, any of that, like I was saying earlier, gets healing word, gets a cure wounds if they're close enough.
Nice. Excellent.
Savannah has started playing with McCree with his little toys. They're just sitting there like
with his little miniature
figurines. All the like they're
stuff.
all spread on the table. They've set them up like they've done before to like plan out strategy and stuff, but it's really just more of probably a head-on battle at this point right now of just like, and like, ha, no, that one wins,
yeah, I love it.
So there's a certain amount of like a chess feel to it, but there's no chess rules involved.
I love it. There's a moment where it gets so heated between the two of you. McCree gets on the table, and it's been one of those like, oh, I'm gonna hit you, and then it gets to a point where McCree just gets on the table, gets as big as he can for a second, and goes, and then just knocks the little miniature figurine over.
Cheating. That's cheating. It's cheating. You're not one of the figurines. You can only use one of the figurines. It's rules. No, get off the table. That's not. You're gonna break the table. You're getting too big. Get down.
Kara's got like the shot glass and her stein in one hand, just kind of holding it up and just smirking at the chaos.
How drunk is Kara at this point?
That's a good question, DM. How long have we been sitting here?
Been here for quite a few hours. Yes,
Pretty damn drunk.
Yes.
Pretty drunk.
Yes.
Okay. Devon is just gonna, once McCree is off the table, look around and make sure everybody, GS is good, Cliff is good. Yeah. And then, is gonna go, you good? And see how wobbly Kara is.
There was a lovely product in the 90s. I believe it was called Weebles. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. And that's where Kara's at. It's like that pinwheel, and then come back up and just...
There's a slight bit of a, like, sway. That's a sway. That's there.
Okay. She's just checking on everybody, just kind of doing the whole... Yeah. That's it.
Great.
Just kind of chilling and just enjoying the vibe and the drunkenness.
Yes.
I will say, Devana's probably only had 2 tankards, and that's it. Like, she's been nursing at this point.
Yeah.
So.
I'm now doing dwarven hospitality over there with the dwarven bards.
Yes!
Sloshed. I'm trying really hard to keep my little tiefling heart up, and I'm like, I've got whiskey and fire in my veins. I'm fine. I can do this. And they're just laughing at how, like, not well I'm taking it.
Yeah, they're... Yep.
But I'm trying.
Doing a great job. Between the laughter and just raucous din that is here for the next few hours, you're able to forget some of your troubles, at least for a little bit of time, before able to move into Dwarven Town proper and find a small kind of inn to be able to stay in. And for a very reasonable fee. It's like silver. It's like 7 silver a night. It's not hard. And you're able to Blackscale gets his own room. And within these next
Where are we
days,
staying? What's the name of it?
Let me find out.
I was about to ask.
No, I thought you. I was like,
up shit on the spot.
I was like, did I miss you saying?
You didn't miss.
No, we haven't gone very far into Dwarven Town before. Other than chasing down a goblin who our kid chased down.
Who stole from you guys and McCree took care of.
Yep.
Like an awesome kid.
Absolutely, and scared the pants off his mama.
Darn right. It is called. I have it here. There we go.
We're all
the False Face.
The false face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The False Face. And you are able to get however many rooms you would like here. Blackscale is opting for his own. And you stay here for at least the first night. And within the next few days, here in Jubliainn, what would you like to do? We'll start with GS. I saw your hand raised.
Thank you. One of the things I want to do, like on a night, so I can get all my spell slots back, I want to cast Ascending to Thiel at Oblatore in Ziane.
Okay. What would you like to say?
I'm going to say, from Illuminated Outcasts, please research loot of 1,000 memories and possible curses placed upon it. Would like to discuss in person some future visit.
You get back. It's good to hear from you. If you're doing it in person, isn't that the visit? Can't wait to hear from you. Research is my favorite.
Cute. He's so cute.
Other than shopping with everyone else, that's it.
So, within these next few days, you are able to do some shopping. What is the plan when it comes to shopping?
Well, I would like to be less squishy.
I would like McCree to be less squishy.
I have a 12 AC and 46 hit points. That was pretty dangerous this last. We should all be a little less squishy after that last battle where we all nearly went down.
I'm not squishy at all.
You're just chewy.
I'm a little chewy, but I'm not so squishy. Okay, but I'm just a little chewy.
We did lose
I am a grape.
Quote of the game, I am a grape.
I am a grape.
A red grape, but a grape.
We lost the shield.
We lost a shield.
That's true.
Lost a shield.
I would like a shield back.
Okay,
you know.
okay.
I really hope it killed that worm.
Seriously.
I hope
we're
so
looking
too.
at.
Do you need a better sword, Thevana?
I mean, if we find one, that would be cool. But also, I do have one that is magic, so it means +1.
Okay.
It's +1. So if we find one, cool. But I would not say that's up top. It would be nice to do a little bit more damage because she basically just annoys things right now.
Gotcha.
It's just fair.
Every little bit helps, you know. If we're looking at a shield, we're looking at what kind of armor are you looking at for McCree, though?
Leather.
Like a leather.
Something that's constructed in a way that he can continue to use as he grows for a bit so that it lasts for a period of time, and leather's going to be best suited for that for now until he's fully grown, and then we'll consider plate. But something for him to get used to wearing and actually helping him.
Well, he's used to a harness, so just making it bigger. It's like,
this was used to a harness.
Now this protects you instead.
Yeah, he was used to a harness. Let's see how things go at this point.
Okay.
Right. And then he was a halfling and then an owlbear again. So,
With no harness for however long.
Right.
Yeah.
Because after being forced to wear clothes for a while and then you're in your own skin again. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of an adjustment.
Just a little bit. And I'm trying to factor that in, his comfort.
Yeah.
So shield, longsword.
If he sees all of us getting new armor, hey.
Yes,
supplies.
I don't know what kind of armor you can have as a spellcaster because
light. So leather would be okay, I think. Right?
Light armor usually for spellcaster.
You've got leather armor.
Like
You've got padded armor. You've got hide armor. Hide might be medium.
I think hide's medium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All I can do is light.
Yeah, so leather's gonna be where you're at.
Okay.
Leather, padded, hide, or not hide, but yeah.
We can get you. Okay. We can get you like a studded leather.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this? Is this for Kara?
You.
For me?
No, you.
Oh,
I can't wear armor.
Kara's monk pilled.
Yep.
I can get studded armor. Okay.
Yeah, studded leather is light. That would get your AC up to 12.
My AC is 12.
Oh.
Hold on, let me see.
Are you wearing any armor right now?
I am. I'm wearing, let me,
But it's 12 plus your dex. So whatever your dex, what are you?
Yeah,
what do you got right now?
AC is 11 and my dex is +1. So
what are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing 11 AC.
So it would raise it by 1.
Raise it to 13.
It'd be something.
It's better.
Be something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some
anything else?
Leather.
Supplies for wherever the heck we're going. Oh, strings for your loot, right?
Yeah, I need some.
You just said you needed to restring her or whatever.
Some brand new ones plus some extras.
Okay.
And then I also want to get supplies, like desert gear for us, like clothes,
goggles,
Wait,
boots.
Could we write that on the paper? Could we write that on the paper and say
it's not grocery?
That's not something we're gonna find in the general store.
Okay. Really?
The sand goggles?
Like you can get.
Like if you
some general store somewhere probably has it.
Like
right, see what happens.
Maybe you could it's a possibility. You could try it, but you don't know
experiment with it and
you
see
don't know
what
how
happens.
specific it'll be. Yeah.
That's true.
And I'm looking for specific things.
Buying stuff online, you don't know if it's good or if it's like
you don't know if it's gonna fit.
And if it's gonna fit well.
Yeah.
It's a wish.
It's probably like a size and a half in the wrong direction.
Am I gonna get the legit thing or am I gonna get the wish version?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to get the legit thing. I don't want the wish version, so I'm not taking chances.
Okay, I'll put that in. Cliff, what about you? Anything?
A sword, like a long sword.
Ooh.
Let's start training, baby. Let's start training.
Let's go.
Okay. GS is just gonna be over here, like, kind of sweating in her new studded armor, like.
Okay, we're looking at.
Ivana gives him a wooden sword.
But painted all pretty.
It's painted pretty. She still has paint. Okay.
Come
on, buddy.
You're looking at about for all of that, and for what you guys know. And who you know within the town. I will say you can get all of that at about 95 gold.
Nice.
Hype.
Then we can use.
I have 13 AC, you guys. Wow.
Yay! 95 gold.
95 gold.
Okay, then we now have. Hang on, math brain, please work.
I mean, we got 11 platinum, so just out of that 11 platinum, that'll be.
But we have 105 gold already in the thing, so let's just. So
use it for
now
math.
we have 10 gold, 11 platinum, and 6 silver.
Hell yeah!
That's just in our party funds.
Did we get all of the desert wear, the dust masks and goggles and everything? Do we?
You've gotten some desert stuff. You've got like scarves and things.
Okay.
You're not gonna get those visors that the Edraith had.
But any kind of goggles?
He's very specific to it. You could get like alchemist kind of goggles.
Just something like that for now. I don't want to go wandering into the desert with no eyewear at all.
Sure.
Getting like alchemist goggles or something for now is better than nothing, and then we can level up when we get there.
I was gonna look for particular things for me to try and reverse engineer something that'll fit McCree's face, because I'm not gonna find any goggles that'll fit McCree's face.
Can you roll me an investigation check, please?
Sure.
Thavana.
We have 2 scimitars plus 1, a staff of command.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That literally, I say, not sure what it does. So we probably
from the
Feywild. Yeah. We have 2 great clubs. We have pixie parasols. We have 51 pounds of scorpion meat. That is
probably
still
gross.
probably no, because we just killed the scorpions not too long ago.
Oh,
like,
that's
within
right.
a week. That's what we've been eating off of.
Yes, that's what we've been eating off of, but I don't know how much we have left. Do we want to see if we can sell it and get rid of it? Because it's kind of a... And we have a scorpion carapace that could be made into a medium-sized creature chest plate. Just throwing that out there.
That we can sell to an armorer as well, and we can take the leftover meat to a restaurant, or stop by the dueling blades and being like, your specialty...
Ooh,
That's a
dueling
thought.
Dueling
We also have an oak.
blades!
We also have an oak blaze flute.
Dueling blades would be sick.
You do have it. Did you
Oak
have
blaze
all of
fruit.
the oak blaze?
We have one.
Fruit?
We have
have
one
one.
because it gave us 2.
We got an extra.
And you
got
had
extra.
to use one. Just
And we also have pixie parasols.
We have
Extra
6.
of those as well, but I'm not too sure what they do. I've been drying them
Selling like Feywild
to
stuff
see what happens
to random people in Jubliainn.
Oh no, I'm not
those-
saying. I'm literally just going through our. I'm guessing the boar meat's gone, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the
delete
boar
that out.
meat's
It's gone.
We have Feywild veggies, a full stock of vegetables from the Eladrin encampment. That's it.
that we've
Probably been
we've consumed
eaten by
through.
now. Yeah.
Okay, so that's gone. Okay, so then for selling, we have scorpion meat. I don't know how much we have left.
probably a fair amount.
I
Probably
would
about half.
Okay,
yeah,
so
at
25
least probably
pounds.
about 30 pounds. I would say
Okay,
30.
30 pounds of that if we want to take care of that. We have the carapace. We have the 2 scimitars, and the 2 great clubs. And that's it so far. So we want to sell those things.
Okay. 2 scimitars,
Mhm.
right?
2 + 1 scimitars.
In particular, yes.
Okay. Good
Important
to note.
distinctions.
Yeah, good to note. Because that makes a difference. Okay, you got the scimitars. Definitely take that off your hands if you want to sell them. The clubs,
Okay.
you want to get rid of those? How many do you have?
3 technically. Because Thavana has
Okay.
1.
Are we selling all 3 or just 2?
Up to you guys. You want
I
to keep
can't
one?
use them. If you
I
want,
think Thavana and I think maybe Cliff are the only ones who could potentially use them.
yeah.
No,
I
Cliff
can't use
probably couldn't either because he's not proficient in strength. Are you?
Like, what do you mean proficient in
I don't
strength?
know. It's one. Literally, it's a great club. You hit things with it really, really
Oh
hard.
yeah, I could definitely hit somebody with a great club, but like,
So do we want to save one or do we want to sell all 3?
Sell.
Selling them
Yeah,
all.
sell all 3. If you've got
Okay.
one, then just having one is fine.
No, that would be selling the one I have too.
Oh, get rid of it if we're gonna get other stuff. You
Yeah.
know, you've got an axe and
I can pick up a tree, a part of a tree, and hit somebody.
exactly. If we need
Yeah.
blunt action, you got your fists.
Fair.
Okay,
Works for me.
I can give. Are you selling any
Cars like I
more
do that half the time anyway.
weapon items, or is that it?
I'm looking real fast at what.
Okay,
I don't think there's anything else weapons wise that we'd
Okay.
want to sell.
then
I don't think Thavana wouldn't want to sell her great axe right now, and she's not getting rid of her longbow.
Yeah,
Okay.
good luck trying to sell my mace for anything worth anything. You won't.
I mean,
They're
if,
like,
if you get
we
a
won't
sword,
take it.
if you get a sword, do you want to sell it for scrap metal, or do you want to keep?
I'm
your
gonna
mace?
get maybe a silver for it.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
bad condition.
didn't have.
That's fair.
You guys for the items that you gave can get 20 gold for selling it,
Nice.
Really, for +1 scimitars?
and the clubs. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
That's not a lot for
So
+1.
how much?
20
20 total.
total.
Okay. I mean, if you guys are fine with it, I'm
Yeah.
not playing the haggler character, so
Okay,
I'm just throwing that out there. +1 scimitars. Those are magical weapons.
Illuminated Outcasts.
I'd give them that for
I told you I'm bad at haggling.
I'm not the haggler in
Well,
this group,
if,
so
if Thavana is, I mean, GS has no idea how much these kinds of things should cost. If Thavana's like, no, these should cost more, then I will come in and be like, no, these are quality magic scimitars.
Put it this way,
acquired
G-
from blah blah blah. We should be getting
GS
more.
would see the difference in these scimitars would be Thavana's sword, +1 sword, held up to Cliff's mace.
Yeah,
These are more like Thavana's +1 sword.
Yeah, I'll be like,
So-
Thavana, give me your sword. Cliff, give me your mace. This is the difference here. See? Look at this. This is a magical item. This right here, not magical. These scimitars are magic. Are you
reliable.
saying that they're as worth as much as this junky mace that you would probably get a silver for? I think we should be getting a little bit more for these scimitars.
A lot of love.
We can check the next place.
Can
and
you
see if they'll give us more for them?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Come on, GS, you got this.
Oh, I rolled pretty well. That's 22.
Yeah.
After a little bit of haggling, they look at you and they're like, all right, 35 is the top. I'll go.
I'm gonna glance at Thavana. Look at her.
I'm gonna be honest again. I like Thavana doesn't probably know how much these cost, but at the same time, I know how much it costs.
You definitely brought up the price, so.
Might be able to get more from the guy down.
Yeah, I mean, sorry. Go ahead, do your thing.
37, and we don't walk out the door and ask someone else.
Fair. Takes the pieces from you. You guys have 37 more gold.
Hell yeah!
Great.
That was GS's first money haggle ever.
So 37
more gold. And they kind of don't seem to know what to do with the carapace at this point. So maybe holding on to that for someone who is
a weaponsmith or a blacksmith.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, even the blacksmiths here are like, haven't worked a lot with this. Don't know if I feel comfortable making a quality item for you.
Understood.
Especially if there's only one
item that we will save for someone who thinks they can handle it.
Correct. You guys are able to, also within these few days, I will say, you're able to head over to the Temple of the Scorching Sun if you wish to.
Yes.
As that is where Artie, our little flump, was taken to. They don't let you see the ritual itself or anything. Even you, Cliff. They, even though you're a cleric and a man of the cloth, they...
I'm not a man of Palor's cloth.
It's true. So they kind of keep you further distanced when it comes to the actual ceremony. After a while, on the day, Matilda comes out and greets you. A warm face. She's got darker hair, sort of like beanpole thin, and she walks out kind of quietly to a holding area that you guys are waiting in. We have cast resurrection upon this being. Blackscale is with you and is kind of nervous, sort of reaches out instinctually towards you, Cliff, and kind of grabs your forearm tight. it seems as though your friend has come back to this plane once more. He's alive. He should rest quite a long while. But he's alive.
Is there anything we can do to help? I know you know what he feeds on, right? Black scale, if we can help provide any of that for him in his gentle recovery?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
While she says, you can go in and see your friend if you'd like. But I would ask that we not crowd. Just one at a time, I suppose. And as Blackscale moves in to go see Artie, Matilda moves over to you, Cliff, and goes, "You're back in town?"
Yeah.
Have we
Kinda.
learned? Okay.
Got theories, nothing solid exactly, but progress.
Have you broken any of your curses?
I don't know how much time you have now, but plenty. I've seen them change. I've felt them change. I just don't. Nothing's set in stone yet. I don't know anything for certain.
All right. Well, if you have a moment and want me to, I don't know, if you want me to record what you have, so we can.
Yeah, maybe just to bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah.
Certainly.
I do a lot better if I can sort of visually see it.
Sure.
Okay.
Is that something you'd like us there for, Cliff, or would you prefer to be alone with Matilda for this?
Oh, I don't want to take up from anybody else's day if you guys are trying to run errands or see other people or whatever.
Just if there's any information that we might have from observing what happened to you.
Well, if you guys aren't
It's up
busy,
to
then
you.
sure, but
I
don't
think
feel like you have to make it by any means.
so. You'd like us there then? Okay.
Cliff kind of like brain stutters for a moment and then just goes back to focusing on Matilda.
Ivana is already just looking around like her little ADHD brain is like
Maybe you can get what you need from us first, and then once we've given you the information that we have, we can go off and do the rest of the things that we are doing.
Of course.
I look over at Thevana, who does not want to be stuck in a temple for hours and hours and hours.
It's so horrible. I feel bad because I do as a player. I do, but I'm like, oh, and I'm sure McCree is already yanking on her leg.
Thevana also has such good information as well of the things that she's witnessed and seen. You know, we can give more information.
Sure.
So we'll get what we got.
Huh?
So if
And then they can leave, and I can stay with
You
Cliff if
guys-
he wants. Some
you
more.
like-
Tara
in
was
your
about to
attack.
ditch y'all to go to a different church, but all right, I guess she's staying.
just for,
well,
just for a few minutes.
as long enough to get your account and recollection of these curses that Cliff has collected. You're able to get sort of a running record on what is going on with him.
Terminal.
after talking with everybody, including you, Cliff, you being the last person that she speaks with and tries to bounce ideas off of, she, after like moving papers around within one of her rooms of what these things do and how far into understanding the curse and understanding the blessing you are with all of them.
I'll show her that I've got blessing like active right now. I'm like,
yeah,
check it out.
She takes in everything you're saying. She seems extremely excited by it and goes, "This is crazy. I mean, I'm used to people just I remove curses no matter like how heavy or hard they are, but they don't stay with me. They don't affect me after that. This
Well, that one I might be able to offer a little more insight on to at least. All right, well, this is gonna sound crazy, but stick with me for a moment.
Okay.
Torm communicates sometimes through a little more than just omen. Like, he talks to me, and I talk to him sometimes.
Okay.
And then he kind of asked me to be his champion, and I kind of said yes. Long story short.
Cliff, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, it was some kind of weird, crazy omen dream. I was standing out on like a hillside looking off at the horizon, and on the horizon there was like a dark mass, like a shadow or a horde or it's like a Pandora's box when you look into it, really. But as it comes closer, I feel his presence with me, and there's a sword laying in the grass beneath my feet.
Okay.
I've picked it up, and I could feel his hands with mine on the blade. He said we'd face them together. We'd banish them all. Whatever that means.
And those are the words he used? She's like writing down what you have.
And then like every once in a while after that, I kind of just have dreams where I see that sword, and then we're back on the hillside together. So it's like a reminder, I guess.
Okay. So if these curses get pushed and become like pushed to the brink, maybe and they become blessings.
Maybe. I don't really get how
maybe not all of them.
Withering to the brink brings growth here, but like it kind of works with the others.
Sure.
And the best thing we've got on that twisted tongue thing is stopping a fight, but I think it's more complicated than that.
Might be. But my question is, do all of them have it?
What do you mean?
If the curse is going to stay with you, do all of them have a blessing?
I assume so.
Well, then, if you were to able to unlock all of the blessings, well, you wouldn't want to remove any of the curses, would you? Or would you? Or would they go?
I'm okay with the curses staying, really. I mean, at this point, it's not like I have an interest in booze anyway.
But you could if it did something, right?
So far, it has just made it normal. I haven't experienced anything extra. It's just made me a normal person for a moment.
I've now been giving them a bit more privacy. I'm still in the room, but I'm sitting back a bit, just kind of writing in my journal. But at that one, I just, without looking up, pop up. As long as his farts don't smell when I kiss him, I'm fine.
Yeah, instead we fly. Haven't figured that one out yet either.
Well, the first time anyway.
Writing. Okay.
The rest of us are gone, right?
Yes, you guys are gone.
McCree and Savannah. McCree and Savannah would be mocking that one right there. I'm sorry.
So, she looks at you, kind of excited, and goes, all I'm saying is, sometimes you just have to look at the bigger picture. This is kind of like a curse inception, so to speak.
Sure.
When I try to break somebody's curse, I have to look at the whole thing big picture wise. And big picture wise for you is what happens when you find out all of them.
I become really cool.
Wow. I mean,
already
because but that's at least that's where my mind goes. My mind also goes to this, and she walks over to a dresser drawer, like a desk drawer, and opens one of them, kind of shuffles through some stuff and grabs something and brings over what looks like a fairly thin leather bound journal.
What's this?
It's for you. You say that you talk to Torm and he speaks to you within your dreams, and you dream of all of these. I think it would be important for you to write those down whenever you wake up.
Okay.
That way it'll make this whole process a little easier. I can just read the accounts.
Oh, yeah.
Right after they've happened.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Wrap it up and... Cliff means so well, but slings the bag off his shoulder, opens up a random pouch, and just goes...
we hear it like hit some kind of like planter pot in your bag.
I was wondering if it was gonna hit the plant.
I forgot about that.
Open it up and
pull out, I'm sure by now a decayed plant.
Like there's like a little bit, and it is dry to the bone.
I forgot about that. I'll like set it down on like the desk that I'm sure we're in front of. And look at Matilda and go, sorry.
It's okay.
Shove it a little further towards like the edge of the desk. Leave it there.
Okay, so write it down. Like right after it happens. And then when you guys are back in town, I'd love to read up.
Sure.
Okay.
One more question, if you don't mind. It's a bit serious. Apologize. Were you part of the ritual that brought Artie back?
Yes, it was.
If you don't mind, how's that work? What's it like?
Are you asking... Are you asking what it's like for me to perform said thing, or are you asking about the process of it?
Both. Cliff will pull out the diamond from his bag and unwrap it in the nice coat that it's in. And kind of just leave it sitting there on the table.
This is wonderful for a revivify.
Yeah, we got into a pretty bad fight earlier.
Yeah.
And if I was faster, maybe I could have been the one to help Artie instead. But in the future, I want to know how. I kind of just relied on intuition to get me there, but I can't risk it.
No, well, there's always a risk. But I tend to first reach out to my deity, to connect with them first, because, and especially in Artie's case, they're closer to them than they are to us. So having someone in the same, hopefully, in the same mindset on the other side can help. And then, I don't know, if I am familiar with the person, I tend to go towards the moments that I have connected with them. Like, truly connected with them. Not just... not just the surface level things, but I don't know, sort of the soft moments is the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
The soft moments between people.
Sure.
And if you know them, of course. And if you don't, then I think your empathy will take you quite a ways. I didn't know Artie, but I could see how much it meant to Braun. How much he meant to Braun. And I sort of used my empathy within that to connect and hope the spell reaches. It's easier when, at least I've heard, it's easier when they have a line to grasp from anybody to get back here. It's, I'm sure, like a maze to try and traverse, and I can't imagine how hard that must be.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I think this is probably a vain hope, Cliff, but I truly hope you don't have to.
I hope I don't have to either, but I'll begin wrapping up the diamond. Better safe than sorry. And put it back in my bag.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much for your help, though. I appreciate it.
Of course.
And I'll be sure to keep writing down all that.
Good.
I'll like do one of those awkward things where it's like, should I go in for a hand? Screw it, hug. And
okay.
Then, yeah.
She hugs you, and is like, okay, all right. I can't wait to hear what you find out.
I can't wait either.
I'm gonna go see how they're doing in there. And she turns to go move with Blackscale and Artie. You lot. Let's see, you've gotten all of the things that you wanted to buy, at least at this point. You've sold some of the things. Oh, you still had the meat.
Yes.
The scorpion meat, right?
Yes. Did we also succeed on getting McCree some armor?
Yes, that was a part of what you got.
They'vana got her shield.
I think I asked you an investigation roll a while back and never got it from you.
Did. That would have been a 16.
16, okay. I would say that you can't quite get a visor situation going for him, but you can kind of get a little bit of cover. Like, don't think like helmet visor like what they were wearing, but actually think like golf visor, like this kind of situation you can definitely make for McCree.
All right.
He's got himself a little, yeah.
Did we get Thavana just a basic shield, or did we want to look for anything else? Okay.
I think it was a big.
Okay.
And his actual leather armor, did we succeed on that one too?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes. Cool. And then, so all you have left is this scorpion meat.
Yeah, because the carapace nobody wanted right now.
Correct.
Yeah, nobody's skilled enough in our area.
Are you going to try and just give it to like people at a butcher or like docks or
thinking of swinging by Dueling Blades and being like, hey, can we set something up for the next couple of days? Offering exotic food. Can we get something set up?
Okay. Sure. If everybody's good with that, we can head over towards the Dueling Blades then.
Cool.
Of at least getting something set up for later in the week.
Okay. You move into the Jubliainn district of Jubliainn. It's a fairly nice area of town. It's not shabby or whatnot, and it is known not only for little sort of pop-up makeshift street food around here, but also for quite a few restaurants within the area. And you can see many different taverns and pubs and things within the Jubliainn district as well. People do live in this area, but it is more of a, like, it's not the entertainment section of the capital.
How do you spell this one? Oh, never mind. I found it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But it is kind of that, like, fairly nice middle class living meets good food. Like good food and drink area. And you move up towards the Dueling Blades, which is closed at the moment, but there is sort of like a maitre d', a half-elven gentleman kind of standing at the front that people are coming up to. He's got like a little shaded awning and a podium of some kind, writing down reservations and whatnot, sees you guys move up and goes, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Hi, I was wondering if myself and the Illuminated Outcasts could possibly compete this week.
You want to compete?
We have before.
What'd you say your name was?
Kara Blackwater of the Illuminated Outcasts.
Starts flipping through the book a little bit. And reaches a different section of the book and goes, Illuminated Outcasts. Yes. There was 6 of you last time.
Maybe not for tonight, but we do have, one was a friend that decided to help us last time, but the 5 of us,
I see.
Would like to compete. Possibly
Okay.
6 if we can get our friend to join us again, but I'm not banking on it.
Okay. And
He might be available, he might not, I don't know.
I don't know.
Looking at Pavana.
We could find somebody else, maybe too. I don't know.
Maybe I don't
Maybe,
know. Like that. The 6th number is up in the air at the moment.
understood. I can get you in within the week, although we do have one tomorrow night.
Yeah, that'll work.
Where'd you come from? Dude, weren't you just having a serious conversation and you killed your plant?
So fast. You don't even know. I ran across town.
Kara is like
It,
about ready to
a blessing
punch
activated
Cliff.
from a curse.
Like she had a PTSD moment about ready to
Yeah.
punch Cliff and panic. Just how? I can usually hear your armor. How?
He looks at you and goes, "Is that enough time for you to plan?" I mean, plan is a very strong word since you're
how
not gonna
the game is played.
know
Yeah.
what you're going to be using.
I mean, I need a quick meta moment with
Sure.
the party. Meta, guys! What are we
Yeah.
thinking? Would tomorrow work, or do we want to try and go find Westlar and get him to join us? Do you think we could accomplish that in a day?
Yeah, I think we could do it in a day.
Probably.
Okay. Then
Go grab Ivana's boyfriend.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Nothing.
No.
All right. Whoa.
Ivana's gnawing on a piece of jerky that like McCree keeps trying to steal out of her hand.
So yeah, tomorrow night would be fantastic, and a token of our appreciation for you getting us in. We have 30 pounds of scorpion meat from the west. I don't know how quickly you guys get a hold of that stuff, but it's quite tasty if you know how to prepare it.
Interesting.
Pretty good.
Can I see it?
Sure.
We did it!
Pull out the 30 pounds of stuff, and I will pull out one of my chef feet stuff, because you know I cook every day.
Yes,
I don't think I
know
have to
this.
call that out
No,
every
no, no.
time, so I appreciate that. So I'll use one of my chef treats of
Okay.
almost a masubi, a scorpion
Nice.
masubi.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's awesome. Can you either roll me a persuasion or performance check
Both are
with
the-
advantage? Because
Okay, both are the same.
you
Because
got
I'm like,
said treat. Ooh.
Ivana starts to try and reach for it and realizes, oh wait, never mind.
Ah.
all right. 17 will do performance. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't
okay.
have plus more on either end. They're the same.
Fantastic. He inspects the inventory that you would be handing, and takes the treat from you and goes, "Is this for me?"
For you to try, so that you can see how it should be prepared,
And
or
like,
a way it can be prepared.
yeah, you watch him try this scorpion meat, and he goes, "I think you've just made it onto the list for tomorrow night. I hope that you are prepared. I will need to know before entering the arena tomorrow night how many of you there will be.
Of course.
But 5 or 6, if your cooking is anything like this, it's sure to be a good night. And that is where we're going to end our session.
Yeah. All right.
Aw, friends, it's a cooking competition.
I got a week to study. Off to watch some Top Chef, guys. Laters.
I cannot wait. Cooking.
It's time for some dueling.
It'll be awesome.
Cooking.
Blades, dueling blades.
This is the stuff we have hyped about since we started this show, guys.
I'm so
much fun. So much fun.
We will see what happens.
Yeah. I want to brainstorm with you, Connor, even though I know Savannah will be nothing.
Absolutely.
That's what Sunday is for. We'll get on Sea of Thieves and we'll figure it out. We'll brainstorm.
There you go. There you go. All right. Will the Illuminated Outcasts be able to bring their culinary skills to the test? We will find out next time. We're here on Supporting Roles. And until next time, stay mythic out there, geeks.